Are you one of those who have been rushing to do an upgrade just because you have no clue what the new Nigerian Tax Act means for your business? Hi, my name is Toyosi Okedairo. I am a chartered accountant, a tax consultant, and your profit bestie. So today I'm going to give you a detailed explanation of what tax is about, what the new reform is saying, what the Nigerian Tax Act is saying, and how it affects you and your business. So what is taxation in simple terms? So taxation in simple terms means the money collected from individuals or businesses and paid to the government for them to provide us with basic needs such as schools, roads, and the likes. So now what are those income that will be charged to tax? Income from any trade or profession will be definitely charged to tax. You get an income from rent, it will be charged to tax. You collect dividend, it will be charged to tax. You collect awards, prizes, the likes of the Big Brother Nigeria, they will definitely be charged to tax. A company can be charged to tax in its own name or in the name of its representative. Let's say you have a lawyer representing the company. That lawyer can be charged to tax in the same manner that the company will have been charged to tax. An individual can also be charged to tax in its own name or in the name of the company. I am Toyosi. I can be charged to tax in my own name or even in my family's name for me to pay a tax. So what is expected of you as a taxable person? It is expected that you should register with the authority and obtain a tax identification number. If you supply goods to Nigeria or provide a service in Nigeria, but you are not living in Nigeria, you are still expected to register with the authority and obtain a tax identification number. Say you choose not to register, the tax authority can register a tax identification number for you. You know, our lives is now online because they have access to information like our BVN and NIN, so they can decide to register a tax identification number for you. Every taxable person is expected, whether you are liable to pay tax or not, you are expected to file your annual tax returns, whether you are liable to pay tax or not. And no, when we say annual returns, it doesn't mean the government is going to be paying back any money to you or returning any money to you. It is just a document you have to file with the government to declare that this is your income for the previous year. Also, taxes in preceding year. You have to file your 2025 income in 2026. And if you're a small business owner and you're registered as a business name, you have to file the income from your business under the personal income tax. Also, if you have paid staff as an employer, you're also expected to file the annual returns of your as an employer with the Internal Revenue Service. Also, as an employee that your money is being deducted and is being remitted, you are also expected within 90 days to file your returns with the state authorities. Let's talk about the Nigerian Tax Act itself. The financial institution will now submit a quarterly report with the name, address, and cumulative transaction amounting to 25 million in the case of a personal account and 100 million in the case of a business to the tax authority. What it means is that if in the following year you have to file your returns and you declare that you've only earned 500,000 naira last year, the system will catch you because they have access to what the bank has submitted to them. For business owners, because you've heard that if your company earns less than 100 million naira, you would not pay company income tax. They decide to lie to the revenue service by telling them that, oh, I've earned lesser than this, so you could hide under the threshold. The bank quarterly report will let them catch you. They will catch you. So this is not a time to evade tax. They are trying so much to ensure that nobody or no business is evading tax, and at the same time giving relief to small business owners. So there is no need for you to be in a rush to upgrade. Every business is now mandated to keep a proper book of accounts. No more just writing it in a sheet of paper. You should maintain a proper book of accounts because this proper book of accounts is going to be the one to serve as your proof in case of tax investigation, and it should be maintained in English language for easy understanding. If you fail to file your returns, the tax authority can, to the best of its judgment, give you an assessment and ask you to pay for it, just as in the case of Pella that recently happened. So you need to ensure that you always file your annual returns on time. Also, if you fail to declare your true income and the revenue service find out that you have been assessed lower than what you have, then they can increase an assessment. They can give you an additional assessment for you to pay. As a taxpayer, you have the right to object to this assessment, but you have 30 days to do this assessment, and it must be on a valid ground for an objection. You can't just object by saying, I object. You have to give a very valid ground for the reason of objecting that the amount that has been issued to you as an additional assessment, you didn't earn that kind of income. The Nigerian Tax Act also gave a rent relief, which is 20% of the annual rent you paid, or a maximum of 500,000, whichever is lower. But for you to claim this, you have to declare what amount you paid. But this particular relief is not for people that are living in their own accommodation. Also, for an expense to qualify as an allowable deduction for the purpose of getting your taxable income, it must be wholly and exclusively incurred in the production of your income. The Nigerian Tax Act explicitly said that gains from prizes, honorarium, grants, awards, or transactions from digital assets are chargeable to tax. So if you earn online, it is chargeable to tax. If you win a contest, whatever your prize, it is still chargeable to tax. Who are small companies? Small companies are companies that their gross turnover does not exceed 100 million naira, and the fixed asset does not exceed 250 million naira. They will pay a company income tax at 0%, while the large companies will pay company income tax at 30%. There is a tax exempt threshold of 800,000. So if you earn 800,000 naira or below, you would not pay tax. But if you earn higher, you will pay according to your income. It ranges from 0% to 25%. Some exemptions are: there's no VAT on baby products, no VAT on production of sanitary towels, 0% VAT on basic food items. This is supposed to reduce the amount we use in buying food. There's also 0% VAT on medical supplies, on books, stationaries. So let's talk about some of these offenses so that we don't make this mistake. It is actually an offense for you to fail to register for tax. It is an offense for you to fail or reject filing of your annual returns, or intentionally you filed an inaccurate information. It is also an offense for you to underdeclare your income. Also an offense if you award contracts to an unregistered person. You will be the one to bear the penalty. If you fail to deduct withholding or notify the revenue service of your change in address, it is actually an offense and it is penalized under the law. So let us do better. As a small business owner, there's no need for you to panic. There's no need for you to rush to do an upgrade from a business name to a company registration, because currently you still do not pay a company income tax, and there's no way you're going to evade tax. Upgrading your business to a company or a limited is actually has more compliance for you to do. You have to prepare an audited financial statement, which means that you have to pay a professional accountant who is going to help you do that. You are still going to file your annual company income tax. You are still going to file so many other things. So there are a lot of legal compliance that you have to do. So if you know that you are still operating under the threshold of a small business, well, there's no need to panic. So I hope I've been able to do justice to what the Nigerian Tax Act is all about, and I hope you learn how to operate your business better in 2026. Bye.